everybody. Quick shoulder fix here for you. Minimal equipment. You're just going to need a strap, a belt, or a scarf just to provide a little bit of resistance, something solid that you can grip into so you can get some more toning in the back side of the shoulder. We're going to start on all fours and just warming up into the spine a little bit with our cat and cow. And this will be a good way for us to distinguish as well when we're moving the shoulder blades versus when we're moving the spine, when we're moving them together, or when we're trying to isolate one or the other. So hands down underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, feel the heel of your hand a little bit tug back towards your knees. And then exhale, push and round, resist fingers a little bit forward towards the front edge of your mat. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, push and round. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, push and round. And kind of normalize in the center. Feel front body into the back body into the front body. First round of scapula push-ups, we're going to take our fingers wide and thumbs forward. Wrists a little wider than the shoulders will help us access this place a little more readily, a little bit more easily than with fingers narrow. We'll try that version in a moment. So we're trying to keep the spine still and really isolate motion through the shoulder blades. Arms are sturdy and strong this whole time. So we're going to inhale, glide the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, glide the shoulder blades apart. And I say glide because that's really the action, the feeling, gliding the shoulder blades towards the spine, towards each other, and then exhale, gliding the shoulder blades away from each other and away from the spine. Minimizing any motion through the spine and through the hips. Shoulder blades glide together, shoulder blades glide apart. Let's go one more. Shoulder blades glide together, shoulder blades glide apart. Keep the shoulder blades apart. Rotate your fingers forward, curl the toes, lift the hips, find yourself into a downward facing dog shape. Feel your palms pressing firmly into the mat, but with those fingers, reach mat forward. Try not to dump your armpits down to the floor and squeeze and slide your shoulder blades together. Feel broad across the upper back, but feel long in the middle part of your spine. Really reach through your arms. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Knees tuck back down to the floor. Take a big stride forward with your hands. Knees and hips stay where they are, and we're not going to bring the forehead to the floor. We're going to hover the ears in between the biceps. And then with the arms, again, reach forward. Same feeling, same action through the upper back, through the arms, and feeling that muscular tone around your armpits. Then take a breath. And then gliding all the way forward and down onto your belly. Forehead's going to stay on the floor the whole time. Feet are going to stay on the floor the whole time as well. For this, you might want to take a wider base through your feet, maybe even a little wider than hip distance apart. But you're going to actively push your feet down into the floor as you take your arm bones back behind you. Now first notice that you have front of shoulders and collarbones. I want you for a moment to shrug your shoulder heads. That's that space where chest becomes arm bone towards the floor. And notice what that feels like in your upper back and in the front of your shoulders. Now do the opposite of that. Lift the fronts of your arm bones, your shoulder heads away from the floor. Keep your forehead glued down. And notice what that feels like in your upper back. Keep that and lift your arms away from the floor. Feet are still glued down, forehead still pressing down. Challenge the height of your arms away from the floor. Feel that firm tone of your shoulder blades pressing into your ribs and gliding towards midline of spine. So there should be some active muscular tone there. Forehead still down. Rotate your palms towards the ceiling. Reach your fingers back. Feel that tone in your upper back. Now bend your elbows. Hover your palms over your hips and try to tap index finger and thumb till they touch. Lift your palms away from your hips. Press through your feet. And then set your hands down, back of your hips, and let your shoulder head shrug down. So we're going to offload all that tension and create space again across the upper back. Take an inhale into your upper back. And then as you exhale, shoulder heads lift. Feel that tone in your upper back. Feel even your elbows are kind of starting to reach away from the floor. Hover your hands away from your hips.
hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Arms reach straight back. Really feel those fingers reaching back towards your heels. Rotate your palms towards the floor and set your hands down. Shrug your shoulders down, offload. We're going to do one more this rep. Take an inhale across your upper back. And then exhale, shoulder heads lift, palms lift. Reach your fingers back, glide your shoulder blades together, rotate your palms up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows, tap, index finger and thumb. Press your palms towards the sky, lift across your chest, hold, and then settle those hands down, shrug your shoulders down, breathe across your upper back, inhale. Exhale, lift, hover, reach, rotate those palms down, set your hands down, and shift back to all fours. Nice. With your fingers, grip down into the mat. With your toes, curl back behind you. So we're in our quadruped position. This time, a little bit more. Tone into your front body. Curl your toes, hover your knees. Now try not to move your hips or your spine too much here. Feel weight into your left hand, tap your right hand over towards your left shoulder. Hold 3, 2, 1. Lightly set it down. Grip right fingers into the mat. Press right hand firmly down. Left fingers, right shoulder. Hold, hold, hold. Hands down, hips lift. You can wiggle your arm bones a little bit more forward to take a longer dog here. Downward facing dog. Good. Keep reaching your arms forward. Take a breath. Nice. And then set your knees down onto the floor. And step your right foot forward. So you're in a kneeling position, right foot forward, left knee back behind you. I'm going to come at this a little bit of an angle so you can see here. We're really going to try to firm into the midsection here. So instead of bringing the hips forward and down, feel your hips pull up and back. Right hand's going to stay on your right hip, and your left elbow is going to slide into your left waist. Feel that kind of toning of your left elbow in, spreading across the left side of your chest. Imagine you're holding onto a tray here, and you're going to take your left forearm wide, and then bring it back into the center. Left forearm wide, bring it into the center. Left forearm wide, feel that left elbow squeeze in, feel your chest broad and open. Hold 3, 2, 1. Pull it back, center. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Curl your back toes under. Push through your back leg. Hug your outer right hip in. And really drive through your bottom arm here. Right hand comes down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Roll forward to your high plank position. Look back towards your feet. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Firm through the center. Try not to move too much right to left. Right fingertips, left shoulder. Right hand down. Left fingertips, right shoulder. Left hand down. Knees tap down. You're back on all fours. This time, wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers forward, scapula push-ups. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades apart. 2 more. Inhale together. Exhale apart. Arms stay sturdy and strong. Together and apart. Feel that pressure of your hands down into your floor, down into the floor. Keep that through your left arm. Stays that long, strong, sturdy tent pole. Right arm reaches forward. Start with your palm facing in towards the crown of your head. Take an inhale. And then exhale from deep in your shoulder socket. Rotate your palm away from you. Reach back, reach back, reach back. Feel that shoulder head lift. Similar action to when we were on our bellies. Bend your elbow. Hover your right forearm. Hold, 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 hold. Reach it straight back.
glide it all the way forward and set it down. Right hand's a sturdy tent pole, left arm reaches forward, left palm rotates away, arm stays straight to start, reach back, feel your shoulder head lift, bend your left forearm, hovered above that back body as best as you can, reach it back, glide it forward, set it down. Okay, now keeping your hands sort of where they are, but sneak your knees a little bit back behind your hips so you come into a modified plank position. Toes can curl back onto the mat for a little bit of extra stability. So we're going to lower down into a push-up, but as we lower down, I want you to imagine your arm stays straight and strong. Imagine pulling the heel of your hand back towards your kneecaps. So as you lower, the back is working like a brake system. Only thing that moves are the elbows bending straight back. Keep that feeling of tension, that pulling back as you lower the chest any amount towards the floor, and then push back into straight arms. Good, so we're doing this nice and slow to really feel how the back body participates in our push-ups. Pull the heel of the hand back, bend the elbows, lower the chest any amount, and then push back, straight arms. Woo! Arms are working hard, triceps are working hard too. That's that back side of your arm bone. Pull the heel of your hand back, lower slow, 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 push. Lift, sneak back to downward facing dog. And really nice here. Take an inhale breath. And then exhale from here, shift into your plank position. And now look at your hands, look at your wrists. And as slow and controlled as you can, you might walk your feet a little bit wider. You're going to bring your right elbow to where your right wrist was. Try not to move too much side to side. And then bring your left elbow to where your left wrist was. So you're in forearm plank position. Push the floor away with your forearms. Grip down into your fingers. Take an inhale breath. And then exhale, knees, thighs, hips to the earth, chest lifts up. Now you're going to take that strap that you have and bring it forward. Arms reach into a Y shape over the head. So similar to what we were doing before on our bellies, we're going to keep the forehead glued down and really try to isolate this action in the shoulder girdle. All right, so you're going to bring your hands on your strap. If you feel any pinching or resistance, you can take your hands wider on the strap.
Forehead comes down to the floor. Arms are in your Y. Now before you do anything, I want you to grip onto your strap and pull the strap apart. Good. Keep pulling the strap apart. Lift your arms away from the floor. Keep pulling the strap apart. And then I want you to imagine make a W with your arms. So you're going to bend your elbows and try to bring the strap behind your skull into your upper back. Elbows squeeze in like a W. Reach it straight forward and set it down. Soften, offload, so even loosening that tension in between your hands. And then reload. Pull the strap apart. Hover the arm bones. Pull back. Reach forward. And set it down. This is one of my favorite ways to balance out my yoga practice. It's tough. It should feel like you're doing a pull-up. Good. Press through your feet. Find that little bit of your low belly lifting away from the floor. Pull the strap apart. Hover the arms. Make that W shape with your arms. Pull, 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 pull. Reach. Set it down. Get back.
All fours. Nice. In all fours. Okay, this time we're going to take our scapular push-ups and see if we can move them around a little bit. So any position of the arms, like if you like to have them wide or with the fingers stand out, go for it. I'm going to keep fingers forward to challenge my shoulder blades a little bit here. So I'm going to first keep my shoulder blades feeling like whatever feels like neutral to me. And I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm going to keep my shoulder blades together and try to pull them back towards my hips. I'm going to keep my shoulder blades pulled back towards my hips, but try to draw my shoulder blades apart. Ooh, that one's tough for me. Keep the shoulder blades apart. Hug the shoulder blades up towards the ears. Keep the shoulder blades up towards the ears. Glide the shoulder blades together. Squeeze them together. Keep them together. Pull them down. Keep them down. Draw them apart. Keep them apart until you go up towards the ears. Keep them up towards the ears. Squeeze them together. And then neutralize. Okay, before we go the opposite direction, feel that firmness of your center of your right arm like a tent pole. Reach and extend your left arm straight forward. Rotate your left palm away. Reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. Shoulder head lifts, elbow bends, hover the forearm. Hover, hover, hover. Straighten it back out. Reach it forward and set it down. Switch sides. Right arm reaches forward. Right palm rotates away, deep inside the shoulder socket. Reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. Bend the elbow, hover the forearm. Glide it back to straight, reach it back. And overhead, set it down. From here, step your left foot forward and come to kneeling. You're gonna really find that sturdy base where you're able to tone into your belly. Take your right elbow and hug it into your sideways. Right hand up towards the sky. And then from here, elbow stays relatively pinned in, collarbone stays wide 3 times. Rotate that right forearm away from you. And bring it back into center. If you have a book or a block, setting and adding a little extra external load is really nice for this. Take it wide. And forward. Take it wide, hold it wide for 3, for 2, and 1. Draw back center this time. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, firm down into that bottom hand, lift your back thigh, and then connect bottom fingers to top fingers across your chest and across your upper back. So there's this feeling of even reaching. Push down to lift up. Inhale. And then left hand is going to come down. And we're going to step all the way back into our downward facing dog. Slide forward into plank. Look where your left wrist is, and as controlled as you can. Left fingers forward, left elbow down. Right fingers forward, right elbow down. Forearm plank. Hold, 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 hold. And then knees, thighs, hips down. Chest lifts. Fingers grip, and then try to pull the floor towards your hips. Lift up and through your upper back. Push through your feet. Feel your legs firm. Nice. Now, options from here. You can push to knees and do this action kneeling, or you're going to rotate your palms up towards the sky and pull yourself back into a forearm plank position. Elbows stay glued to the floor. Lift your forearms away from the floor and pull your thumbs wider than your elbows. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back together. Hands down, lower down, Sphinx pose. Inhale. Exhale, palms rotate skyward. Modified or full on forearm plank. Hover your forearms, take your thumbs wide. Hold 3, 2, 1. Set it down, rotate down, lift the chest. Find that pull of the earth back towards your chest. Last one here. Palms rotate up, toes curl, hips lift. Hover your forearms, thumbs wide, hold, 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 hold. And then slowly come down, push back, all fours. All right, so now, hands onto the mat, knees onto the mat, so you're in all fours. Try to minimize movement through the spine. As you'll see on this video, I'm not doing it perfectly, but it's just really about trying to train the mind first to help isolate the movement in the body, and over time it just gets more and more sophisticated. Feeling here, so we're gonna start this time with the shoulder blades towards the ears and the shoulder blades apart. Nice. You may keep the shoulder blades apart and pull the shoulder blades down towards your hips. Keep the shoulder blades down towards your hips. Squeeze them together. Keep the shoulder blades together. Draw them up towards your ears. Oh, that one's a hard one for me too. And then keep the shoulder blades up towards your ears. Draw your shoulder blades apart. Keep your shoulder blades apart. Pull them down towards your hips. Keep your shoulder blades down towards your hips. Squeeze them together. And keep your shoulder blades together. Try to draw them towards your ears. Ooh, it's so hard not to round the spine there. Nice. And then gliding them apart. Pulling them down and apart. Squeezing them together and down. And then pull them forward towards the ears. And then get out of there. Come back to sit on your heels for a moment. Shake your arms up. And then a little bit more into shoulder flexion. So you come sitting on your heels, or you can be kneeling if this bothers the knees. Feel a little bit of that firmness in towards your midsection. You're gonna push your left fist down to the floor and bring your right hand in towards your hip. From here, try to keep your midsection still and your hips rooted. Inhale, reach your right arm forward and up. And then when you get to the up, feel your outer border of your shoulder blade. Reach with your pinky side edge of your hand. And then from here, wrap the palm back. Try not to move your ribs. Imagine you're kind of swimming backstroke here. You can go wider away from your skull if you feel pinching. From here, try not to move the spine. Accommodate by taking the arm wider. Swim back, swim back, swim back, swim back, swim back. Keep the palm away. Reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. Come forward, palm towards the skull, and glide it down. We're just going to do that 2 more times. Reach forward and up. Outer border of your shoulder blade lifts. Internal rotation like you're a swimmer. Backstroke. Hand lands. Reverse it. Rotate forward. Bring it down. Or rotate center. Reach forward. Lift up. Glide palm away. Internal rotation. Reach back. Reach back. Reach back. Reach back. Reach back. Lift up. Wrap midline. And down. Second side. Push right fist down. Left palm opens, reach forward, and up. Outer border of your shoulder blade lifts. Rotate the palm away. Reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. All, and then reverse that pattern. Coming back center. Rotate palm midline. And lower down. So we're doing this slow and controlled, really trying to isolate the movement in the shoulder socket, firming everything else in the body. Reaching the left arm up. Outer border of the shoulder blade lifts. Palm wraps away. Swim that backstroke. Ooh. Notice which side is harder than the other. As usual, my left side is harder than my right side. Bring it back forward. Wrap it in. And lower it down. Just do 1 more here. Easy and controlled. Reach it up. Wrap away, palm away. Swim that backstroke. Try not to move your ribs. Ooh. Bring it forward. Bring it down. Set it down. Okay. Now, hands and knees. We can repeat modified push-ups. Or feet step back, maybe bring a little wider base through your feet here. And I want you to really, instead of like knocking out and hammering out these push-ups, I really want you to feel that pull of the heel of your hand back so that as you lower, you really feel your back body getting involved with that lowering action. Okay, so really focusing on the back side of the shoulders more than anything else today. We've done a little bit of everything, but really that back side is a priority. So knees up or knees down. Pull the heel of the hand back towards your foot. Feel that tractioning. And then elbows bend any amount, lower slow. And then push with power to come back up. We're just going to do 2 more. Pull the heel of the hand back. Lower slow. Push with power. Lower slow. Push with power. Knees down. Hips back. Arms glide back. Child's pose. Take a moment just to round it in and let it go. Good. Come to that kneeling position now. Interlace your fingers back behind you. You have that strap. Start with your knuckles in towards your hips. Feel that same action that we felt with our strap when we were doing those half binds too, feeling the shoulder blades glide together, ribs stay quiet, elbows bend wide to the side. So we're already starting to feel the front of the shoulder and the chest open, and then keep that feeling through the chest and through the upper back. Straighten the arms out, so we're getting a little bit more into that chest stretch. And if you want to add a little bit of a back bend, driving those fingers down towards the floor, lifting the chest up, pushing the shins down, coming all the way back up. Elbows bend, hands towards your hips, shake it out. Let's do one more like that. Start with your hands at your hips. Keep your hands at your hips for a moment. So pull the collarbones apart, shoulder blades together, elbows are bending, and then start to hover those interlaced fingers, reach them towards straight without losing that feeling in your upper back. And then maybe just a little bit of a back bend here. And all the way back up. Release your arms, shake them out, and then a few times, shrug your shoulders up to the ears and drop. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears and drop. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears and drop. Grab your strap. We're just going to do a couple more things here, getting more range of motion to the shoulders. Okay, so options, you can do this cross-legged, or if you have pretty open hips, we'll go lean back and bring the right knee on top of the left knee and sit in between our heels for this big hip stretch. If that doesn't feel good for your knees, you'll just do this cross-legged. I'll show you this a little bit from this side. So we're going to take our strap. Even if you can easily interlace your hands back behind you, we're going to use the strap to provide a little bit of feedback and to help us really lengthen the mid-back. So we're going to reach the right arm up towards the sky with the strap in hand, bend the right elbow so the hand receives the back of the skull or right into the upper back, and then the left elbow, instead of coming all the way up to the right fingers, it's gonna bend a little bit out toward the side. Notice if you're already starting to round here, give yourself more give and more length in the strap. All right, so from here, left side of your shoulder, collarbones open, that same feeling through the left shoulder blade. Imagine you're pulling the strap apart, right elbow stays in towards the center, try not to lean too far forward and round through the mid-back, try to get length, 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 and then pull the strap apart, pull the strap apart, pull the strap apart. Now you might stay just like this, or you can start to lean forward, but instead of really getting into the hips, I want you to keep that mid-back long as you pull the strap apart, pull the strap apart, pull the strap apart. Hold 3. Hold 2, arms are shaking, and 1. Bring yourself back up. Now maybe wiggle your fingers a little closer together, and we'll do it again. Pull the strap apart, ribs draw in, ooh, pull the strap apart, pull the strap apart, pull the strap apart. Any amount, lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. Try not to round and sag that left shoulder forward. Take a breath and pull yourself back up. Release your arms. Take your left fingers all the way around towards your right knee and your right fingers back behind you, twisting towards your right. Slowly come back to center. Uncross your legs in between side. Heels down forward of your sitting bone. Fingers reach back behind you. Can you turn your fingers towards your hips and open your collarbones wide? Press and drive through your arms. Lift your hips. Reverse tabletop. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, one, set it down. Cross your left knee on top of your right knee, or opposite side cross-legged position. Get yourself cozy on your hips and find your strap. Now we're going to take the strap into the left arm overhead. Left elbow bends. That left elbow tries to come straight up towards the sky and try to quiet the ribs down. Easier said than done, right? So find on the other end of your strap with your right hand, right elbow is bending out towards the side. Get yourself situated. And then consciously soften the ribs in, pull the strap apart. Pull the strap apart, pull the strap apart, and then try not to round forward as you lean forward. Take the chest forward, keep pulling the strap apart, keep pulling the strap apart, keep pulling the strap apart. Keep that right side chest nice and wide. Hold, 3, 2, and 1. Pull back up, maybe wiggle your fingers a little bit closer. Pull the strap apart, bring the ribs in. Get length through the crown of the head, lean forward, hold. Hold, hold, sit up, release, shake it out. Right hand, left knee, left fingers back behind you, taking a twist towards your left. I'm going to turn back to center, lean back. This time you can keep the knees bent or reach your feet forward for a reverse plank position. So to take those collarbones nice and wide, fingers fanning towards your hips, elbows bending straight back behind you, and then as you push to straighten, finding your plank position upside down. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips down. And then from here, easy, easy, easy. You can bend the knees a little bit here. We're just going to take this easy walk of your fingers forward in this generous round through your upper back. So it becomes less about the hamstrings and more just about stretching the back body. This will be our final moment here, so just going to let it go and hold for about 3 to 5 more breaths. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. And then know that from here, if you are a yoga person, like inversions and arm balances after this, this is just a really nice way to get evenly into the shoulders, particularly into the back side of the shoulders, a place that many of us who practice yoga often kind of forget about. So from here you could easily go into your forearm balance, your handstand. I mean, I say easily, it takes practice, it takes time, but this kind of work before inversions and arm balances, really, really nice to create security and stability around the shoulders and also give you this solid base from which to balance your body weight on top of. All right, so I hope you found this super helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. See you soon.